welcome to the stream. Put in the chat there. Hey, so I'm Keo. I'm continuing the progress of my Endwalker campaign for Final Fantasy XIV. I've been really tardy at getting the story done. Including today setting up stream, apparently had some of my equipment, but it was just user error. So how's it going today? So I'm at what, level 85, 80, going into 86 level content, I think, and streaming is a good opportunity to actually get it finished up. So I've been trying to do it a few hours a week with as much success as possible. But yeah, so with that in mind, let's get into the story. Alright, so if you never checked out the other stream before this one last week, it's ramping up a little bit. So it's about midway point, I believe, in the story, and there's stuff going on with the characters. Turning into beasties, stuff like that. When they get depressed. So that's interesting. I'll be voicing all of the non-voiced stuff in the game, just the whatever I can. So no character inflections here with the different voices and stuff like that. So sure I could probably pull that off, but I'm bad enough with the names in the game, let alone the trying to imitate the voices of characters that already have their own voice, so I'm not going to do that. Right, so here we have Alpha No. Have just run away from a battle that was going on. They're working properly. That's at the right look. Hey, we must save Palaka's stand, whatever it takes. Matza, it pains me to put you in harm's way, but I would ask your aid as well. Of course, Palaka's stand is not far, just down that hill. But as I told His Excellency before, the path was blocked by terrible creatures. I had no choice but to turn back, so Palaka was just a merchant that we were helping out with rugs the last time. In that case, this is what we shall do. Kyo, I ask that you should take the lead and dispatch any beasts you encounter. LSA and I will keep Matza hidden amidst the trees and follow when the path is clear. No telling what dangers await us, keep your eyes peeled. Alright, so get a move on. Good little place to start. Going on. The storyline. Trying to keep in the groove with this game, but not playing consistency wrecks my rotation stuff. So luckily, I'm only going to really need be better at that and for bosses. So we've got a little bit of time here to pick it back up. So I'm playing as the monk character. I've been playing as the monk character since Heaven's Ward when I started the game. That's the first expansion. I really like the character, but I've not really actually played much in any of the other classes. So with this character in particular, I'm not actually going to. I decided I'm not going to pursue learning other classes with it. It's on the Crystal server on Brunhilde. I'm just trying to finish the storyline with this character and then move over to the another character that I created for the Oceanic servers. So I have a group over there as well. So hopefully with that character I can learn, you know, most of the jobs. So this one will be a bit of a one trick. Keep the story up to date, at least until my other one's ready, which I don't think will be anytime soon, but I'm not really paying like the story skip or anything like that, because so much stuff happens at the end, like through Endwalker, that links back to the previous parts of the game, that it's just it's worth running through at least a second time. So it cannot be. We must heal those we can, and quickly. I see no beasts, but stay on your guard. Cooling body has already begun to stiffen. Massive wound suggests the villager was gored by a terrible beast. The villager has no pulse, nor do they appear to be breathing. Exhausted. Wow, my throat today. Sorry. Alright, so let's hope hopefully I can keep my throat like nice and clear. The cold snap and the wind is really throwing things around the last couple of days. Alright, though the villager's injuries do not appear to be life-threatening, he does not respond to your efforts. His breathing grows more ragged and shallow, and his vacant eyes are those of a man who has lost his will to live. Even if I wake, the nightmare goes on. No, leave me to sleep. You call out, but the man does not respond. So a little red marker on the map, so that's where we go. Either in or behind the building. Alright, so we've got one person standing. Have you come to help us? Oh, the dialogue. Too late, my family. Here you go. Are these the only villagers who survived? I can only hope others managed to flee, but if the rest have turned into beasts by the 12, let us do what we can to see the damage spreads no further, and no matter what comes, we must keep our spirits high, lest we ourselves suffer a similar fate. Alright, mission complete. Got a level up. That's nice. That's always good. Alright, that we might live. Alphino is determined to offer the villagers what succor he can. I tend to the rest. Pray I look after Matza. No doubt we've seen here weighs even heavier on his heart than ours. Kyo. This is Yvette. Yvette. The elder here. He is hurt, but praise be the sisters, he still lives. Young Matza here has told me everything. I have not the words to express my gratitude for your aid. When the heavens began to burn, we were afraid, but did not rest to carry on as we always have done. Until today, when the unholy beasts came pouring into the village, a flood of midnight and death. There are no words to describe what followed. Men and women I have known since they were babes, struck down by the creatures, only to rise again to join the murderous horde in the guise of those same hideous fiends. In the chaos, a handful of our villagers fled for their lives. I can only hope they have found their way to safety. Matza, do you perchance remember whereas Zaf and Mervan, a young couple who always brought their freshest catches? How could I forget, Elder? When I first came to peddle my wares, desperate to eke out a living, they showed me such kindness. Others shun me as an outsider, as it is their way. But Zaf and Mervan brought up my fish and sung its praises. They turned my fortunes around. Alas, I fear they are in terrible danger. I saw them running towards the Gama temple, one of those beasts in close pursuit. They had their child, still but a tiny babe, to elude these fiends while caring for one so young is an impossible task, surely. I beg of you, go to their aid. I want to help them, yet, but I am but a fisherman. I cannot face beasts on my own. Will you come with me? Thank you. Agama Temple lies to the west of here. Must hurry. Okay, to the west. Encompass stuff here. Southeast. 200. Looks like there's a lot of space down this way where I haven't been. So might be some casual exploring later. I'll keep an eye on my Aether compass for nodes to cover around the map so we can fly later on with them. I'll actually come across it probably. Three arms north. There we go. So that's just there. Nice and easy. Take out a beastie. All right. Here we go. The temple is just ahead. It was built by those who worship Saint Agama, but sadly fallen into disrepair in recent years. But my friends made it this far. No doubt they are hiding somewhere amid the ruins. No, please stay. Ah. That was Querisaf. No, this is not good. I'll take a look. Dude, the cry came from the ruins. You must hurry. Hey. Dude. Oh. The man lies motionless on the ground, bearing a viscera. Sorry, Kyo. I tried to stay behind, but I couldn't. No, it cannot be. Is anyone? Arms so heavy, and my legs. I cannot feel my legs. Fled with our daughter. Need to find them. Need to be with them. I need. No, Querisaf. You must stay strong. I thought I had. I don't want to die. Dry his tears. Thank you. Please find them. Barn still lives, and she has their child. The jungle between here and Palakistan. There is nowhere else she can go on, I think. Forgive me, Querisaf. Once we have saved your wife and child, we will return and lay you to rest. See no tracks or their signs of recent travel. Mervan and child must be elsewhere. Alvan and her daughter came through this area recently, so no evidence of their passage. Go further north. Down. See any sign of them? I found nothing. Perhaps the beasts have chased them further from the village. O gods above, I beseech you, pray deliver Mayan and her little one to safety. While in the skies above Thavnia. More enemies to trouble us here. Hey, how fare you below? Understood. I will inform Vitra. Chaos and panic sweep Radazan, and many more have succumbed to transformations. Amidst the fray, Awan fell, protecting the grief-stricken father. Friends fight along your radiant host to secure the capital. Beasts have been sighted in Palakistan as well. We have divided our forces in hope of quelling the threat there. Of small solace is that we now know what triggers the transformation, as my companions tell it. It is the very fear and despair in their hearts which inflict the abhorrent punishment upon them. Nightmare from which my children will never wake. O capricious and cruel fate, they are undeserving of such condemnation. Those wallow in sorrow to rise to the occasion. Radazan is leaderless. Before he passed, Awahan sought to reveal the truth to his people, honor his wishes, and to breed a new conflict between dragon and man. These claws could reduce thee to shreds with a touch. These claws crush thy bones to dust. Only through my proxy could I walk with my children. Without him, I am a bringer of fear, no different to the beasts which beleaguer them. So,
Only in death were Azraga and Shiva united. Indeed, whenever man and dragon have come together, death has ever been an inevitable result. It was our fear of your kind that sparked a nigh endless and hate of which Nidhogg drank deep as he laid waste to my. And in turn, I took my revenge on his brood, blood for blood, pain for pain. I thought nothing of theirs, only of mine. Yes, were the chasm between us too vast and too deep, Hazralga and would not have borne Dale to battle and our rescue. He would have never entrusted the mortal champion with one of his eyes, and the Dragon Song War would still rage on. And it would still wage a never-ending war of violence and vengeance. The future of our star be damned. I cannot speak for Owain's greater goals, yet I know that he has served your people long and true. In this time of unprecedented crisis, he turned to you. You could do worse than to place your trust in him. It will not be easy, but the future of Rosadan hangs in the balance. Alright, we have company. I'm ready. Hour has come. Vitra, it's all or nothing. Maidhan fled deeper into the jungle. She and her child are in grave danger. Whatever are we to do? Gods have mercy. But how can I at a time like this? They could be dead. So if I allow myself to be overcome by this fear, I too might become a beast. I am not sure I understand, but I will do my best. I've seen to the wounded. How did the two of you fare? Did you find your friend? In that case, let us help you find the mother and child. Before we leave, we must ensure the village will be safe in our absence. They and I will patrol the area and search for more beasts. Would you and Matza speak with Elder Yurivet? Pray explain to him the situation and join us as soon as you are able. We will save Mavan and Child. We can do that much for Karasat. Heartened to see you both safe, but what of the family? We found Karasat, but he... Say no more. I understand we have lost another of our dear friends. Karasef may be gone, but there is still hope for Mevan and her child. Please find them, I beg of you. And if in your search you come across anyone else who escaped slaughter, pray tell them for what has happened. I will do my best to keep the villagers safe and their spirits high. Come, let us rejoin your friends at once. I am pleased to report the vicinity appears to be free, no doubt thanks to your earlier efforts. And with that, let us resume our search for your friend and her child. Where should we begin, Master? Follow Zoroda south. We will arrive at the Risa Temple, a temple that is a sacred place where people go to commune with the divinities. It's possible that Mervan sought shelter there and perhaps other villages as well. Then it's settled. Not to stay close to me, alright? You two take the lead, keep an eye out for beasts and anyone in need of help. Very well, we make Risa as quickly as we're with me. Okay, so this direction. South. East. Take a detour. Get the Aether Shrimp that's just up here. Uh, 144 north, so going to be along this line. I don't know how often we'll be coming across this area. So leaves me running around to get up. There it is. Search away. I thought I was done for. Maven, she's a friend of mine too, but I've not seen her. She must still be out there somewhere trying to avoid the beasts and with her own child's god. Gods, why me? Not for me. I can make my way back to the village on my own. Consistent little buggers. Yo, wait, Harusa lies out ahead, but something terrible has happened. Beasts have come and many have already been killed. Alphino and Alize have gone to do what they can, but there are so many, more than I could count. You must be ready. The dog's looking at me like his sleep. Which I have with my rambling. So is it along this line or is it down? I think it's down there. Go. There you are. How fare the others? See, you've seen to all the beasts in sight. In that case, let's have everyone gather in front of the temple. Reg friend, the pain will pass. Anyone seen Mevan? Where could she be? Dealt with all the blasphemies and made certain no villagers are still in hiding. Work. We've otherwise tended to the wounded as best we can. Some of us. Wait, surely we may have to abandon our homes for now, but we will. Where can we go? Is anywhere even safe? That I cannot say. Well, I can. Nowhere's safe. Run all you like, but there's no escaping these things. And even if I could, it's too late for my family. Isn't good. The more they dwell on the tragedy, the more likely we are to lose them too. My friends, this is a place of worship. Should your heart quake with sadness, cast your mind to the heavens and remember the teachings of the old gods. Did they not implore us to stand fast when waves of sorrow break against our shores? Know this, my children, there is more ugliness than beauty in this world. To live is to suffer, drink of calamity and drown in anguish, toil and be tested, always and ever. Perilous path you walk, death lurks in the dark and is the sole promise that awaits the journey's end. Tremble with terror, you will weep tears and anger and despair. But do not avert your eyes, see your life for what it is. Then will you see how the hardships make you strong? Every doubt reforged as scales for your armor. Agony to temper your blade. Thank you, lad. We almost forgotten who we were, who we are. undying gratitude to you as well, my friend. Searching for Mahavan. No, she must return home. We must return home. I pray you, the boy, find his friend. Sadly, we dispatched the beasts, what beasts we could, but the roads are still dangerous. Stay together and go in safety. Very impressive what you did back there. Those words seem to resonate with your people. Good. They were the first spoken unto our ancestors by the divinity of legend. I'm easily upset, and fish are wont to flee a temperamental hand. So I recite the teaching over and over to myself. Lovely and inspiring to hear, though I imagine they were born of great misfortune. They are born of life. There's as much bad as good in it. Many would attest, all the more reason to appreciate the good when you can. I won't argue with that. Darkness, seek joy, surrender not to sadness, and see beyond despair, walk free, and bear the light for others to follow. That, let us see if we can't find Mevan. The beast was chasing someone. Warm hearts rekindled hope. Alizé is gazing out intently between the trees. There, my view was blocked by the trees, but I'm sure I saw someone being chased by a beast. Go with Matza and search along the river. Alphano and I will circle around south. Oh, another 2 west. For that. We're probably heading in there anyway. Let's see. So, there's a nice little lookout point. There's our destination. Wonder. Alright. The Font of Maya. This temple was once the abode of an order of Arcanzadora ascetics who sought the divine enlightenment of Maya. Abandoned for a stronghold deeper in the jungle, the structure now sits derelict and half-submerged in rainwater. No, I'm sure of it. Move on. Don't, please. Get him. Go on, get him. Got a caster in making that. Nasty. Yo, gods have mercy. Go on, get him, Kyo. Get him. Alright, so. Oh, lady. Where's the baby? Lifeless body floats before you, battered and broken. Her death no doubt came swiftly. Her infant daughter, however, is nowhere to be seen. Here we go. Alright, so... take the babe in your arms. If she yet lives, you cannot tell, but she will surely not survive unless you carry her to this little baby, or it'll become a prodigy. Savior of the world. So, get back up there on the land. Find Mervan and his child. Oh. Damn it all. You have the child, let me see. So cold, Alphino. Alder's alert. I see no wounds, yet she grows weaker. Girls can do no more. What she needs is a change of clothes and a warm bed. We must hurry. Now, Hatsa, take the child. Damn it. It appears we've made enough noise to be heard from miles around. Or would be upon us here. You make us stand here, Matsuki, and take her back to the village. All by myself? You can't be serious. Beasts will follow you home unless we stop them here, so we shall. Dave, her life is in your hands. Right, I can do it. No, you can. We'll keep them busy, not so good. Eddie, you know the way. No, not you two. Okay, don't be afraid. Live is to suffer to drink of calamity. 'Tis a perilous path, death lurks in the dark. No, I'm not afraid, I'm not afraid. Come on, you can do it, mate. Do not avert your eyes. See your life for what it is. See how the hardships make you strong. Every doubt reforged. Agony. Go. There we go. There's a little bit of faith. Huh? Infinity. But one would deliver thee just the same. Must save the child. All that remains of Mavan and Chorus, please. Well, it seems the babe's taken a liking to you. Oh, strong little one, let us convoy thee, die home. Despite our friends as we flew in, they appeared to be holding their own against the wood. Blast of the hurry and I have feelings. Feeling you'll be fine. He had help from on high. Like divine aid. Fine battle it must have been. Name I missed. Gideon, it was you who came. Only along for the ride, Vitriol was the one who saw the boy was in need. The two are headed back to the village. Worm will honor the Owain's wishes and finally reveal himself to them. Perhaps so, will you go and join them? There's something I need to do first. Someone gave her life so that her child might live. She deserves better than to be left adrift alone. She deserves to be laid rest beside her husband. At least will you help me? Done what we can. 'Tis for the villagers of Palakas to perform the funeral rite. Nothing else. Mivan and Krezaf died as lived as themselves and not as beasts. Their souls will find peace in the ethereal sea. I think the day would come when even the smallest of solaces would be this comfortable. Simple pleasures. Estinian stands in silence, grim expression on his face. Then, in that case, let's head to Palakistan. No doubt Vitra is waiting us. See if there's anything nearby here. Northeast. We might as well do this along the way. Probably just along this one. North. On top of the rock. This. For all is well here. Young Matsu returned with the babe safe in his arms. Owing to a warm bed, the girl hath already begun to regain her strength. Less joyous received was word of the mother and the father's fate, as well as that of their transform. We children of Thavnia must we lose to this calamity. Mothers and fathers, brothers and sisters, sons and daughters, every death another will never be forgotten. Five of them must carry the weight of their memory as we strive to regain the semblance of what we've lost. Kirisaf and Mervan's babe is a child of Thavnia as well. I thank you for returning her to us safe. Most great and merciful worm, I have not the words to express my gratitude. Say that were it not for you, brave Matza and the child would have been lost to us forever. Long had I heard the rumors of a mighty dragon had forged a pact of friendship with this satrap, but never would have expected such a kind and gentle soul. But not in whole. Vitra, and for years and this isle served as mine abode. An isle I have a trap with Ahoen as my loyal servant. Believed are the truth all along. Hidana, what are you doing here? Heard from the Radiant that you had gone to help the people of Polakus in their time. And so I and several of my colleagues from the Great Work came to offer our services. The alchemists have already brewed up potions for Mavan's daughter. But enough about us. You and your role are the far greater enigma. You were the true trap all along. Could it be that young Verzan was created to serve as your emissary? Thou didst suspect the boy was but a simulacrum. A rumor was circulated for many years around the High Crucible that our most skilled alchemists were once commissioned by the satrap's family in secret to fashion a mama indistinguishable from a living boy. Looking at Vazan, with that knowledge, I simply put two and two together. I was not alone in drawing this conclusion, but like me, they no doubt recognized the satrap was using the simulacrum to work more closely with his people and decided not to press the issue. I'd always assumed one of the Awan's associates was manipulating it from afar, but the truth is indeed far more surprising. Honored to meet you in the flesh, Master Vitra. Pray follow me, express my gratitude. You had not believed in and given us unto us your scales. I do not know where we'd be. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thou and thy fellow alchemists that fashioned the means to unmake the towers, you were the saviors not only of Rezadan, but the star. Far too kind you are, Master Vitra, but the star yet wants for salvation. Once more will my colleagues and I commit the knowledge and resources at our disposal to the mission of aiding the people in this their darkest hour. Would seem this place is in good hands. I would return how Rezadan bears. What will you do, Theons? Sorry for the survivors we met at Perusa. Shall we pay them a visit before making our way back? Case. Might I ask a favor? Nothing too burdensome. I promise. Way. Needs to simmer just a bit longer, I'd say. In the meantime, I was hoping I might ask you a few questions. The Red Sky, these terrible beasts, what in the name of the sisters is happening here in Thavnia? Why, that's a rather lot to take in. I'd say. It would seem the situation is far more grave than we suspected. Thank you, friend. My colleagues and I will use knowledge to see if it can further our own research. And with that, we are here we are, a pot of piping hot chai, brewed from my own secret recipe of spices and tea leaves, together with the hearty helpings of rich milk and truest sugar. I've made enough of everyone in the village. Might I trouble you to deliver cups? The drink has medicinal properties then. Not in the least, the ingredients are quite ordinary. It's so very tasty though, and has a way of lifting the spirits. The spicy aroma and distinctive sweetness of the chai is simple, everyday pleasure of our island. Sometimes the best medicine is the simplest. Lovely sentiment, Nidana. By all means, allow us to assist. While you lot distribute hot beverages, I'll do a sweep of the errant beasts to the sleigh. A far less arduous task, no doubt. When you finish, look for me at the wakeful Tirana. All lazing about, knowing full well the beasts might strike again at any moment, do they not realize their lives are in danger? Well, I for one intend to survive. I'm too young to die. Yes, I'll leave the island behind if I must. But where would I go? Is anywhere safe these days? Some tea. Can't you see that I have more important things to worry about? No, no, you're right. It is precisely in times like these that we must strive to remain calm and steady. I do believe I'll visit the elder and see what needs to be done. If there is any way I can aid my village and friends, I will do it. So, for two more, there we go. There's one, the weary citizen. Wait, I know you. You were the ones who saved us from the beasts back at the temple. Were it not for you, well, let's not even think about that. At times like this, we mustn't dwell on what we might have been, but look to the future. But what future awaits us? How can Razadhan hope to recover? Most of my friends are gone, and I don't know where to root. Well, if you insist. Ah, that aroma has a way of clearing the mind. Come to think of it, we've faced our fair share of trials in the past as well. And no matter how hard the times, we've always come together as a people united. One day at a time, one step at a time, for that is all that all of us can do. Yes, back to work. Once I've finished this. Alright, we're looking for one more. Faces. They're going to be up here. There it is. Sorry, I just wanted to be left alone. My best friend and I, we fled the village together. One of the beasts took him, and it was all I could do to run. All the while, I could hear his monstrous voice screaming my name. For me, we used to drink chai together often. Dead stories over steaming cups after a hard day's work. Thank you, friend. The pain may never pass, but must press on all the same for memory, for we who must remember. Going. Thank you for delivering the chai, Kyo. Did it help to lift the village's spirits? Heartening to hear, indeed. Final days show no sign of abating, but that is all the more reason that we must try to keep our composure. Our lives have forever changed. The people we have lost will never return. These tragedies will long weigh on our hearts. But we have the capacity to live with our suffering, to carry the agony that will to join the fallen in death. It is not a surrender, but a recognition, for it is the only acceptance that we find the strength to move forward. Right. Under his wing, Matza is eyeing you as if there is something he wants to say. You have finished your deliveries. Might I talk with you for a moment? I was curious to know what has become of Mavan and Kuro Services. Friend, surely you'll be able to rest peacefully by each other's side. Like a stand will perform the rite as soon as we are able. As for the child, it will not be easy growing up without. But I promise to do what I can once she is able to eat solid food. The fish I catch will help nourish her. Finished delivering the chai, I do believe everyone has a piping hot cup. I believe there's magic at how their attention fades with every sip. Let us pray that the pluckers stand has seen the last of those transformations, at least for now. They are still at risk, as every village in Thavnia, like as not. Still, I trust we can leave this place and the care of our friends from the Radiant and the High. Shall we return to town? Further, there are still many who have need of your wisdom and strength to deliver them from this terrible calamity. And I will do what I can as well. I will bring the rations and supplies from Akaya. We have plenty to spare. Find Estinian and be on our way. Where did he wander off to? Bigful Turana? Near the bridge of Razadan, as I recall. Well, very well then. Right. There. Be far. Yeah. There we go. Finally. told me everything. Full glad I'm here to safe. Likewise, you'll be pleased to know that I found no evidence of in the jungle and ruins. Good. Seem you've finished off the trying times lie ahead for the people of Thavnia. Fortunately, they have a wise and beloved Raptush. Speaking of which, I received word of from Tancred not a short while ago. He awaits our return in the city of Azar Path. To us, of course. Before I continue with that, I will take a quick break and be back in a moment. Right, and we're back. They've given you guys all easy to the west. If anyone's in the chat, feel free to shout out. The report that we succeeded in quelling the threat here have all been felled and are safe. Heard the Radiant that from the Radiant that an important proclamation will be made in the city square, though they said no more than that. Out. Picture is finally coming out from behind the curtain. I suppose we too should say to Megaduda then, but before that, it would appear that the word of the assembly has not reached all citizens. If anyone along the way seems unaware, we'd best Are the beasts all gone? I've been hiding and I'm too scared to go out and look. Relief. I thought one of those beasts was going to eat me. Whoever Shan is, he is the slowest runner. I hope he got away. He could be with the other people from the palace. Maybe I'll see. I swear to you, my flesh tastes absolutely terrible. What's he doing scaring me like that? If we were not quiet, those beasts will find us. That's where the satrap was killed, and with my very eyes I saw him crushed in that creature's maw. So many lives lost, such terrible carnage. Can you say there is someone else who would lead Rizatani instead? Whoever they are, if they say anything to Salim, beloved sir, I'll make them regret it. Okay. Look, someone's coming. Override. Warms my heart to see so many brave, resilient souls before me. I would share with you the great revelation, but before I do, I must make a humble request. Do not be alarmed, nor avert your eyes. See the one I unveil for, and know that you no harm. Well, I dare say it can't be worse than the horrors we've already seen. hath this isle served. Satraps ally, they I would reveal the truth. Accept him. Hearing this right, with the satrap all along. Master Vitra, does your divine eye really fall? My mind hath borne witness to the whole of the nations. To its future I am blind as thee. Calamity, the likes of which you have never known has come to Thavnia, our home. Friends and loved ones have been taken from us. I too have lost my closest confidant. Of this land and served it with dignity till his dying breath. A noble satrap there will never be. For so long I lacked the courage to face you. I will not easily earn your trust, as I know. I cannot sit idly by and abandon Rome. Boundless vibrancy, jewel of the ocean, since time immemorial hath glittered with every colour imaginable. This dragon slumbering in his dark lair, 'twas a mesmerizing sight, and that brought no end of joy to my heart. This calamity hath stolen too much from you already, yet so long as you live, Glad Razatan will never. Pray you let me watch over you. Strength that we might well end those to come. Oh, you dragon, but I thank you for speaking the truth to us. Divinities, both Mansuya and Murga once joined together, so too do I believe that hand in hand we can overcome this appeal and welcome an era of peace. It would surely brought a smile to you. But I must speak with this trap at once. Oh. Really of late. Yet you must endeavor to look beyond those losses to the future you yet have. On behalf of the farm of Shalan, I come with a proposal by which you, the people of Razatan, might be saved. Say again, I must speak with your satrap. I beseech you, take me to him with all possible haste. Speak thy proposal, all present shall hear. I have given offense, then I apologize. First, allow me to share with you what knowledge we have of the phenomenon responsible for the woes of the final days. An affliction of stagnancy and rot sown into the currents of the star. Though the first prominent manifestation was here in Thavnia, it will invariably spread to every corner of the world. Forum was forewarned of this several centuries ago. Thenceforth, my predecessors sought to prepare for the end times in the only conceivable fashion by securing a means of escape. What madness! Of the seventh umbral calamity, the true nature of the red moon Dalmud was revealed, that it was an artificial construct of ancient mythology. But what of the silver moon? Satellite is yet another technological marvel fashioned and maintained by ancient allies, a ship that will sail the heavens and deliver our destruction. And by our people, I speak not only of Charlian. We mine save every man, woman. It is within our save, including you, our dearest friends of Razanar. Recent events necessitate adjustments be made, and quickly, but we can and will escort safely to the moon. As thy foreign being allies of Thavnia, I trust that thou dost not extend the offer lightly. Yet I wonder, truly the way? Is there a future to be built for us beyond this star, our father deemed the last bastion of hope? For the very reason I come before you and your people, answer any and all of your questions, to offer my assurances and allay your fears. So if you wish the best for your people, I advise you to render your deed swiftly. Friends Mega Duda to Mega Duda, they will be received guests. Worry not, whatever decision reached, your path shall be yours to decide. Till then, heed the warning of these brave heroes. Guard your hearts against fear and despair, for it is such fertile soil that the seeds of blasphemy find purchase. Calm and attend to your daily tasks. I shall return. So as you stay must fit your week. Yeah, what a relief. Yadana, what's the matter? Has something happened at Palaka's? Oh, not that I know of. I just hope to hear your thoughts on a theory of mine. All who undergo the transformation are drained of their aether yet. What is it, then, that gives these beasts the strength to carry on as they do? They must be drawing upon the alternate form of vital energy that put me in mind of our earlier conversation when I tried to explain the essence which many confuse ether. Asa, yes, I remember the unseen gift bestowed upon I. Influenced solely by emotion. Yes. In this instance, negative one set Akasa into motion, thereby infusing the beast's vitality. I posit this as the mechanism by which the beasts are born and have that flower. Accept it at once that it once shone bright. Well, gee. If we accept that it once shone bright by drawing upon us as influenced by the thoughts of those nearby, then fear, terror, despair, negative emotions so powerful as to suffocate it permeated the air in this. Must be very careful. The forces which drive the final days may be beyond our ability to perceive. Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you like that. At any rate, I will continue my research into Akutha. Do temper your expectations, however. There are sadly few detailed studies which I made. Stating a new theory as you have is itself no small feat. I wish you well in your endeavors, and I pray that you. Thank you. You stay safe as well. Yes, till we meet again. Next meet, and we will again. Getting to the end of the leg of this section. Have come, and after all the horrors we've seen, there's still so much we do not know about the final days. Could it be, as Nidhana said, that the cause of this phenomenon is beyond the comprehension? And if so, are we powerless to forestall it? At World's End, the Radiant Host Soldier has a message for the Scions of the Seventh Dawn. Greetings on its Scions of the Seventh Dawn. I have a message. Excellent. Brave Scions, you have gratitude for aiding my people in those trying of times. Alas, matters here at Megaduda prevent me from meeting you in person. As a token of my appreciation, I have arranged for a feast to be held in your honor. May it nourish you in preparation. Words of Master Vitra. Feast he speaks of awaits you. Merides Mahane. Pray, make your way there whenever done. Thank you for the kindness. Indeed, I was hoping we might find a place to discuss our course of action, and that seems to be the ideal venue. And to Yukio live at home. There is someone we had hoped to introduce to you in particular. While I am loath to detain you further, might you spare a moment of your time? Personal invitation, knowing full well your service is the highest demand. This must be important. Worry not, we'll save some time. Take all the time. Friend, whenever you are ready, please join me in Aetherite Plaza. So... Access to the Aetherite you see there has been restricted to a few overflows are appeared. We sincerely apologize for the inconvenience, but is now deemed too dangerous to free movement at a time of emergency. I risk would not take. In the light of recent developments, however, the trap has decided that such restrictions would only hinder our efforts in days. Such I was encourage you to corridor. Corridor. Yep. You're wondering what this place is. Stand in the Hall of Radiant Hope, from where our leadership, all Rosetan's military operations, undrop our destination. Welcome to Sundrop. Without further ado, allow me to introduce. Oh, so you're the famous Guild Light Home, eh? I knew it from the moment you stepped through the door. You've the look of one of those who walked through hell. Goodbye. Please, you are speaking to the satraps on your desk and savior of our people. Can you not show modicum of respect? What disrespect is there in paying a fellow warrior? We're all friends here, or will soon be soon enough. Formally then, for the benefit of my countrymen, it is a pleasure to have you with us, O great champion of Eorzea, Scion of the Seventh Dawn, warrior of light, and all around good egg. Cool. Eggs make me take for dinner. A man after my own heart, I like that. Don't you worry, I'll keep it short. There's just a thing or two I'd like to refer. First of all, about the room you're now. Razadhan welcomes delegates from other lands to oversee trade and diplomatic dealings. Then there are military matters to discuss, which is why all of these nations Sundrop. I imagine you're more than familiar with the nations they represent, yes? Goma, and Alfigo, Elementa, Dania, last but never let it be said least, they're the eyes, ears, and mouths of the bridge, the distance between Razadhan. Brief respite and share the details of our plight with our overseas counterparts, and wouldn't you know it, all their leaders' words from your man of A. And so would you mind regaling us with your own account? Indulge us before you indulge yourself. Thank you for the report. The conditions under which men are turned to beasts, the aetheric anomalies you've observed, have given us much more to consider. It is concerning that the first transformation apparently occurred before the skies turned red. This contrary to what one would expect. Thankfully, the information you conveyed to Lucia upon the return from the moon has already proved valuable. As soon as reports of the calamity here in Thavnia reached the Grand Company of Eorzea and our Far East allies, our leaders knew at once that the final days were indeed upon us. They began taking steps to assess the extent of the phenomenon's spread. Our agents were able to confirm that, for the time being, the skies burn only over the bounty, including this island and Corvus. Alas, that is of little comfort. All throughout allied lands there have been reports of people transforming into hideous beasts. Little we learned, these incidents are similar in nature to involving the merchant as well. As was the case here, the victims underwent a change prior to the heavens being set ablaze, and so while the burning skies have yet to manifest beyond the bounty, transformations do not appear to be subject to any similar restriction. If anyone anywhere overcome by despair can turn, then nowhere's safe. That was the size of it. Speaking of which, we ought to give these creatures a name, don't you think? In Rathapan, we've taken to calling the first change, which tends to be the biggest, blasphemy. Fitting as the name is any, to ensure clarity to communications, we shall urge the comrades to adopt this technology. Our leaders have taken measures to deal with the threat to the best of our abilities. Each nation has assembled their own groups of elite soldiers to put down these so-called blasphemies and their spawn as and when they appear. At the same time, they're doing all in their power to keep people's minds at ease and prevent panic and fear from spreading. That said, brave souls with the strength and fortitude to kill these terrible fiends are not easily found. Just so, and it is for that very reason that we turn to you. Pray lend us your strength and help us slay the blasphemies that plague the homelands. Now, you don't have to give a reply before dinner. I should also mention that each blasphemy seems to possess wildly different characteristics. What works well against one may serve you poorly against another. We're rushing off to save everyone's day. Have a word with the delegates. They'll tell you what to expect. With that, I do believe our friend here has a feast to attend. Spare a thought for us while you are tucking all that fine cuisine, eh? Gain access to the role quests for Endwalker. Separate quest line and stories now available. Yes. Blah blah blah, and heal a roll. Pick these quests, speak with any of the delegates at Thundrop, and agree to blasphemies. Okay. Cool. No. Forgive Sherebat her rudeness. She can be a bit boisterous at times, but it's simply her nature. Anyway, my apologies for keeping you hard-earned rest. You'll be rejoining your companions. Yes, you know the way. Terrible sin. Yeah, remarkable wit. Anyway, either use the Aetherite or go by. From there, across the Bazaar and you down the passage and you stop. Once you're up, pray request a drink of your choice. Is that tonight? That I must return to my post on behalf of all Radiant hosts. I thank you and your friends once more for lending your strength and courage in time of need. We shall endeavor to fight a good fight to the end. We might honor Awan's legacy and serve Master Vic well. You have my word that your efforts will not be in vain. We'll activate this. Storm clouds brewing, limiting delegates with aid in spread back home. Here on behalf of Admiral Loveswin, I thank you for many deeds in service. You have received troubling tidings of the beasts akin to those plague the Razadhan have been sighted in the Noskian's coast. The Admiral has mustered Maelstrom in hopes of quelling the threat, yet there is much we do not understand about our foe, and as such your expertise great boon help us. Excellent, the Admiral will be harmed. Harness of the side arms. Pray set sail for Lanusa as soon as able. The Secretariat at Maelstrom command. Right. Cool. All that's activated. Can't do any of these other ones anyway. When the satrap asked to entertain a party of honored guests, I was wondering who it might be. This is a lovely surprise. By the way, I've heard about the Casal from your friend Gratia. I understand there was nothing that could be done, but I was heartened to. Cannot thank you enough for dispatching the beast. As the smallest token of our thanks, your food and drink tonight are Murray's treat. Speaking of which, what shall I start you off with? Let's go. Go with. Get some. As you wish, pray, friends. Go. Back. Whatever did the Radiant want, which tell. Allies have sent military delegates. That's the me, mind share. Blasphemy now plagued all the realm. Only get worth what if Father said was true, as it did in our model, then shouldn't we expect the efforts to grow more severe as it feeds off its own bread? Transforming into those cities weren't bad enough. If the flora and fauna, if the land itself turned. Your order, friend. Go from here. There's one thing we've learned: fighting blindly and simply reacting to what will accomplish. Is find a solution that addresses the fundamental cause before our strength is exhausted, but before this crisis spirals out of control. Is there anything we've overlooked? An answer, Heidelin himself will have it. Was found Zodiac in days. Heard naught from our babble. Whether she cannot or will not speak, I will only speculate. Even the flower she gave us is called it Elpis. Would do well to remember that. Advise the Watcher, but what could be the significance of that name? It is entirely unfamiliar to me. Me as well. I meant something to the ancients, though, in our time. Surely, yet I do not recall a single mention of it in the records. Dead end, and quite literally, it's not as if there are any ancient living that we can go and ask. But not quite dead. Killed him in the white or back on. Contained within the reservoir of ether that maintains it. Ether that is returned little by little to naught may remain of his soul. Part of it lingered. We might be able to speak with him. Oh, we can no longer make them, but you, my friend, still can. By the way, there is a merit in making the journey regardless. See with your own eyes whether the first two faces its final days. Anything else? Should we learn the first is safe, we'll have that much more reason to keep fighting the good fight. Said the odds are not in our favor, to say the least. Why we're fortunate to have Oringer up there on the moon, working hard to make all of the necessary preparations for departure, should it come to it. And why we have nothing to lose by staying the course till then. Alas, let us do all we can. I will consult with Master Matoya and see. And I will visit the leader and attempt to see how far the final days have been elsewhere. Be abreast of your findings. I can seek out and slay the worst of the immediate threats, if only to slow the spread. Terror, despair, try as we might to suppress them. Again, when they do remember this, friends and loved ones, they're somewhere sharing in your struggle. You are not alone. So ends the brief respite before the next revelation. So much left for you to see. Beginning end. Well then, is there anything we forgot to mention? Are your armor in good order? In that case, it's time we take our tasks. When you arrive on the first, give my regards to Rhine. Tell her I miss her. Turn to the Crystarium. Kratia has something to give you. Take this, Kyo, my spirit vessel. Empty now, of course, but it should allow you to operate the tower systems on the umbilicus. The smallest fragment of Elidibus' essence remains. It should be possible to locate it. As for access to the umbilicus, pray seek out Lena for assistance. Chances are she still stands watch at the ascent gate. Okay. Should she or anyone else ask after me, tell them I am living my life to the fullest. I am happy, hard all. Oh, we had best be on our respective ways. God willing, we will see each other again. Go along. Alright. Yep. Area? And the others, troubles, but all well enough. Things are much the same for you as they were. My lord is doubtless enjoying himself. Said this to you. These exact words. Know that he is happy. It fills my heart. Care of him. When next you see him, please tell him not to overexert himself. Is that all is well here. Peace you gifted us continues, and we work hard to build new lives for ourselves. In the course of this, we occasionally pick a bird. We've never been more optimistic. Mention one dilemma, be the question of our governance, and as we speak, debate rages on how we should run the city in the poster of mine that the settlement general area, while representatives are elected to. Far nothing is set in stone, but however we proceed, we will not reflect our Lord. No one could. Observed any unusual? Huh? It have been curious that you would ask me this question, though. Days ago, Ryan came and asked the very same. She was rather unsettled in stark contrast to how dedicating restoration empty. Take many long years, the goal seems to have given her a newfound sense of purpose and fulfillment. For her state of worry, I couldn't help but be worried into, especially since she wouldn't tell me what troubled her. I dare say she would be more willing to confide in you. May I ask you to subject? Delicus? Very well, I shall fetch at once and the opportunity to find. Please wait for me in the city, in front of the Cabinet of Curiosity. Shall we say I will be as long as there, but unload. long events cannot be skipped, you may wish to cancel any. Hey. Go. It is. Full glad I'm hale and whole, my friend. What a wonderful surprise it is to have you back with us and most opportunity. In case you haven't heard, we are planning to produce a home chronicling event, Blood to the Knight's Return. For this project, we intend to draw upon records kept by the world's people, historical and contemporary first accounts will and a piece. Yours will be one to create them all. I've been asked to contribute on the stall. The subject is key to understanding much of it. In the course of developing the spirit vessel, I gained valuable insight, traveled beyond the rift, knowledge that will allow me to attest to you. No end question I would ask you, but if you would indulge me in just one now, in your quest to restore the night, you faced many a formidable foe. Among them, who offered you the greatest struggle? Tanya, driven mad by the light of loneliness, Valkyrie in his misguided self-righteousness, Hades, for the burden of his people, may took prize, but let's see what they've got. Truly, I would have never guessed, but then if I could, I suppose I wouldn't have heard it. It's a tremendously eye-opening answer. You'll see that your account of this battle features prominently. We'd love to talk your ear off, Oren, but we should really be on our way. Those documents from Illamore won't collect themselves. Of course, and afterward, would you care to join me for tea? I was hoping to clarify a few points. Then, do tell the others, look after. Our overzealous friend in particular, remind him not overexert himself again and again till his ears fall off, and that's what it takes for him to take it to heart. Don't worry, darkness. Really him, what are you doing? You're going to battle, can I give you some medicine? I made it myself. Best not, Vicky. You only give him a stomachache. Come to see Moren, to get his advice. One of the guard finally agreed to teach him how to fight. First we need to choose a fighting style. I know that I want to be a mage, Urkel isn't sure. Magic isn't really my thing. I was thinking of taking the axe, or maybe the bow. They all seem right, but it's too hard to decide. I thought I'd ask. He knows lots of things. Here, monk. He isn't here. Or? Oh, why don't you have the Warrior of Darkness choose for you? What do you think suits the Urkel best? Axe, sword, or bow? What? Axe, sword, or bow? Other options. Gonna have to be a bow. Bow. Look at the bow. You're just like. Warrior of Light. That tail. Let's borrow the book today. Really popular though, I hope it's still there. Thanks for helping me decide, Warrior of Darkness. I'll start with that style, maybe try something else later. Get really strong, I have hope. bout with you. Such fun he's been having basking the adoration of bookworms and all. Does that spare thought for me? Oh, of course. Waited and waited. Won't so much as acknowledge the presence of his beautiful branch, even though they're right. Such a heartless thing. Our settling is cold and cruel and heartless. Branches. There we go. I've no end of important tasks, but unlike some, I know that my priorities should be. When did such a kind thing? But disappointed as I am, I'll overlook this once. So, I know you have a lot now. So, my adorable sapling, world is a verge of destruction. How do I know this? Joined as we are, spying on you is simple as sliding down the back of a rainbow. Would that I could aid you in your quest, but the fate of the way we Fae folk bound to that star, whither it goes, so too follow such. Most I could do for you is spare you the pain by gifting you the sweetest of dreams. Escape is not to your liking, then you must struggle with your fellow mortal. There are the ones you waited for. I wonder what manner of conclusions await the tale's end. Ellie, it's so wonderful to see you again. Doubtless have up to do. I shall leave you to it. I've taken the liberty of unlocking the umbilicus, and you may enter. That everyone is well. I've had this feeling like a pit in my stomach, and I was afraid that something might have happened. I'm over, but just that. Right, but I've never spoken with Heidelin, not once ever heard her call. Even so, I've always had a feeling deep inside me a connection to. The past few days, though, that connection has wavered, as if that meant something that was distant, then close, then distant. Then, the other night, I was jolted awake by the feeling it had been completely severed. Wanting some fresh air, I went to open the window, and to my I was up there, during a star. Blinked and everything was normal. The next day, no one said a thing. No one else had seen what I'd seen. As far as I could tell, nothing was out of the ordinary. I began to wonder if it was a figment of a half-remember. What are you not telling me? No, please, it doesn't matter how terrible it is. Wop, wop, wop. My imagination then, been witnessed in Umra as Can't believe it. Told you before, all is well. Don't worry about us, please look only to the threat before you. We're fine now, and even if we've learned how to. If the final days reaches, well, you maybe won't go quite. Hold until you find a way to save all our world. So long as you can fight, so too will we, united in. What did I just done? Japanese. Huh? $539. A little bit better. 90. Gear that comes up. On a flower. Ryan wears a look of. Headed to the umbilicus, but with the Elidivus, right? I'll do some consulting of my own, speak with mine, decide how we might best prepare for the final days. So it's farewell for now, but we'll see each other again, I'm certain of it. So, is the fossil page. Here, welcome back. And it's told me all, given word, and I should show you. Please state your business. Reinitializing our systems. Searching for Elidibus and Target located in subterranean core power accumulator projecting image. My home, my friend, no more than a dream. Why have you awakened me? Those places beyond all, Lord Zodiac. You must explain all. For he is fallen, and my brethren's souls are. By so much to burden is come again. Old burdens now yours to bear. If this is Van Daniel's design, then I, as Lidibius, have a duty to act has restored to me some few memories of the vacation. As I have, I will. I do this not for you. I merely perform duty as I have done. In the end, your understanding of what final days is consistent with our own. They first took root where the currents were weakest, yes, a conclusion drawn by him, Van Daniel. Not the him of here and now, but as I knew long, long ago. And upon the phenomenon, he dedicated himself to devising a knowledge of the celestial would never have made the connection, hence therefore thence forestalled the day for inherited that noble soul, house different, this last incarnation so consumed by self-loathing and yes, the name is familiar to me, yet I know not as a flower, but a place. Facility for determining which of our creations were fit to be world. Worked there, and before joining the convocation, assuming the title of Fendaniel, he was their chief. I know, crystals tell little of the lives the 14 would even tell even less, nay, a rumor has saw you there in Elpis. Not, but I did, a lingering space of impossibility that fills my main clouded. However, they have revealed to me one possible course. You must travel to Elpis, time when Hermes served it as in glimpsing the Exarch's memories, not only did I make the summoning my own, I also mastered the workings of power, which having absorbed the empowered essence harbors an abundance of if I can deliver you pass that into a place that precise moment. Eons that must be traversed, the gateway will not be formed. Less tangible still than those warriors of light I had. In all likelihood, none will be able to see or hear. Should you manage to interact with others, you should be unable to connect meaningful. Reality you wish to save, the reality to which you must return, exists as a result of the days. You cannot reshape the past to undo the tragedies of the present. You cannot unmake the sorrow and suffering faded to come. Knowledge of this, will you still entrust your life in the foe and make the journey? I cast you under the river of time. Let this be my final act. Input the commands I no longer have the authority. First, you must reconfigure the systems that the towers ate the magic.
The preparations are complete. The gateway will soon open. Return at once to the ocular. All appears to be in order. The ether flows unimpeded. The magic should consume every last mote of my essence. Why are you surprised? Did I not say that this would be my final act? Lord Zodiac is no more. There is nothing for me here. The ones I love and long to see again are waiting. In their cruises, beyond memory and knowledge. Now go, warrior of light. Go, and do not look back.
Work out what I've done with my computer sound. Voiceovers are really low. Only energies, you fail to attune twice, you're going to assume it operates. Beautifully by the ether like device, guide trees likelihood. So here's your patient. Bit of a sworn you appear to be performers. Judging by the woman's words, this facility is called Propylion. Gently prod the woman to draw her attention, but feel nothing and seem neither does she. One more. A large man, a black robe and a half mask, much like the phantoms you encounter in the air lamatorium, and the recreated Amarok. You have made it to your destination. Relate wildly and shout all manner of greetings and amenities, but the man does not glare in your general direction. Door leads outside, but how do you open it? Yeah. Well, how rare to receive you on purpose. What do we owe thee? We'll be here a while. As long as you, of course, as a matter of procedure, however, I must ask that you kindly remove your masks. Necessary, surely. Yeah. But I am far less in regardless. We do not follow protocol. 'Tis our host accountable, so please do favor us face. Operation, you're free to go about your business. Bye. Talking about. Right here. Bit thinner than the ether, but there's No mistaking it, the color of its soul is almost identical. Rather unusual grown from the soul, though. All I know is it's trouble. Doubtly that, so if it in his spitting image. B. I'm trying to say something, but literally to one word. The spare sniffed of countless. And of course, one who wouldn't let acts of kindness, such as me accompanying him on errands for far-flung outposts, go unrewarded. Will this mean? Adjusted its size. Indulge your whim, this way it will. Very thoughtful, and I may applaud your artful reinforcement. Greetings, I am Lodeus, chief of the Bureau of the Arts. Beside me is the most honorable Emic Salt of the Convocation of Address you. Name, and I am pleased to see you understand. Tell us when the thinness of your essence suggests you weren't created here. Or cannot say, allow me to ask a different things you. Us? Too, but he had settled. Here then. Oh. Apologies if we'd given offense. The two of us can discuss the color of the souls you see, and yours happens to purpose match our own. Besides, we jump to a hasty conclusion. We're here to speak with Hermie, chief overseer of this facility, which we also intend to, in order to gain greater insight to the. Though this is Doug's charge, I am here only to serve as his. Serve as yours as well, by way of apology for. We're suggesting that we bring it along for unofficial business. This thing we know next about. Better keep it close than leave it own devices. mysterious life form in tow is the norm rather than testing ground of creation of heaven's edge. Help us. Got ourselves a new area. Good. Presents. Visitors. Heading, I wonder. Just thinks. This is not heaven. That's. I will have to try and find the next one. Hardly my first time here, but the scenery never fails to take the breath away. Why it reach out to heaven. Now then, to begin our guided tour, perhaps you already know these things. But for the sake of thoroughness, I shall start with the basics. Using concepts to give shape to aether, creation magics allow us to bring forth anything we desire, be it inanimate objects or anyone may conceive of concepts, but they must all undergo our evaluation and the architect. Part of that process, living beings and certain arcane entities may be sent here to help us for in-depth observation and study. Fascinating facility, isn't it? I dare say you will enjoy touring. We're going to tune ahead of us, so I might do enough to get down there. Friend Hermes hides from overseeing the facility. He also can research. Chances are he will be at the main observation hub, so let's seek him out there first. Well, however, you will stand out too much. Our dear Emmett, which is low profile on errand, so you know how to make a robe, basic do belt. No, you're wearing responsibility. You're getting not another symbol out of ether out of me. Die. The way he screams sometimes wasn't on nigh bottomless magic. Very well, I should make the robe. Perhaps you this. Come, let us search for the real. Device. Quick rope. Want to use capture? Shall we say 2? Okay. Petal Ludica. There are 3 species here, I believe any 2 serve. Now, I should mention this strength of the rope is tied, no pun intended, to the strength of its. As your aether is still thin compared to ours, you'll need to weaken the pedal udai first. Of course. One. Could I see? Those will do nicely. No. But without trying to turn living beings into clothing, just or won't some like that revert them to ether, of course. 2 species, it is due to the difference in their etheric balance. Blending them allows us to job with ability. Well and good to disguise and educate it, but won't fool anyone who can worth it down. Their points, but at least it should spare you the unwanted. Result. True, even dressed like us, your unusual nature will be into the look. Should someone question your presence, don't make up excuses, much less try to explain what you actually are. No, best just say that you're. Thems. Say you belong to him, people will give you the benefit of doubt for any and all outlet. Presence, absolutely. Were he here, he'd have it, and you. That your story is settled. Let us continue. So, rope. Stunning. You're ready, let us continue along the path. And there's station hub and reservoir. Someone there should be able to point us in the direction of it. Speak with Chief Hermes. Do you know where you might find him? Ask is one of the 14. I was not surprised. Your discretion. See my lips. Deep should be out conducting observation as focus of late has been aquatic creatures, so I expect you'll find him at one of the calls you say. Many thanks. The apologies for disrupting your day. God day. Ifla day. I've never met. You know him well, do you? That being the case, would you simply find him by his ether? Aye, that I know, and myself and I can discern both souls. By the same token, the other see ether quite keenly, and from Phil, I could readily locate Hermes, but I feel that it would be a waste of here to perform an assessment. After all, by searching the ordinary way, we stand to gain insight into Elpis and in such of your own enjoyment, like as not, but pagan. Going to accompany, make himself useful and help us. According to his profile, he has short, dark hair. No, it was wearing Elpis that we don't have. Calls up a special exception due to the need to be aware of dangerous creatures. Elsewhere, we do not exhibit our individuality. It's unseemly. This is all common sense, but would possess any. Fair treat indeed to be able to search for someone by their appearance. Thank you, humor. Come, let's find our man. Right, so I'm pretty much just gonna go to Aetherite portal and beta, and that's it for now. Oh, how good. Right, well, good, all good. So there's some good progress there again. Made it into a new zone. That's even better. Yeah. So if I go ahead and stream some more of this, I'll see you next time. Cheers. Thanks for watching.